Welcome to Sportswire's Summer Review. I'm Will Catterley. This week we're at Highland Springs High School, home of the Springers, where this year Highland Springs football goes for a VHSL record 5 straight state championships. But before they could think about 5, they had to get to number 4. And early on in the season, after blowing out their first 5 opponents, on paper, it looked like they might finally be challenged on the road at Henrico. But the black and gold were more than up to the task. And the Springers come marching into Henrico High School, get ready for a big one. The battalion always ready to play and entertain. This game was entertaining from the opening kickoff as Henrico would do the honors and tricky Warriors, it's an onside kick. Henrico understanding they need to get off to a fast start. They do, they recover. Henrico football. That means they get the ball to start the first half and they get the ball to start the second. Advantage, Warriors. Eric McDaniels trying to get things going. He's been excellent all year long. So is the Springer defense, however. Christian White in on that tackle. Springers take over their first possession. This guy had himself a ball game. Devontae Waller finds his receiver. Tremaine Talbert, good for a first down. That was on 3rd and about 6. Later, same drive. Set it up for this. Go up and get it, big man. Antwain Wells Jr. And all is Wells for Highland Springs. They have the early 7-0 advantage. And one of the big factors in this game would be how good would the line play? Jalen Jones, been terrific so far this season. Not against that stout defensive front for Highland Springs. Number 44, Kieran Henderson in on that one. And then it was the Devontae Waller show. This play works so well to Amon Foster Powell. He's not going to do it just once. He'll do it again. Same drive, same play. He finds Foster Powell for the first down. To Henrico's credit, the defense would settle down. It was only a 7-0 game after one quarter. Alszewski, though, nails the field goal from 31 yards out. It was 10-0 in the second quarter. But special teams was very special. Not just Alszewski kicking extra points and field goals, but also getting pressure on the punter. Great punt coverage. That punt, they got pressure on the kicker. It didn't even go 15 yards. And would set it up for this. Deep in Henrico territory, Shiree McKeever. From a couple yards out, 2-yard touchdown run. Alszewski's extra point was good and make it 17-0. McKeever did not have a huge day yards-wise. You'll hear his name again. More defense for Highland Springs. This was paramount. Henrico deep in Springer territory, but he coughs up the rock. And Eddie Davis Jr., Fast Eddie, 80 yards, touchdown. A 14-point swing, what could have been a 17-7 ball game. Now 24-0 Springers, and this one is effectively over. Next drive, more defense. Can't say enough about the Springer D. They were ready for this one. Shaquez Cosby on the interception, and it would lead to more Devontae Waller. 18 of 24 for 250 yards on the night as he hooks up with Antwain Allswells and Enswells Jr. for a first down. It would set up another Alszewski kick, this time from 28 yards out. Up and good Springers. 27-0 at the half. Okay, second half. Henrico gets the ball first, right? Right. Can't get anything going right, though, offensively. That defensive front and the linebackers getting it going. Tavares short on the tackle. They get the ball back, would lead to this. The second rushing touchdown of the night for Shiree McKeever. A couple of touchdowns for McKeever on the evening. 8 for 34. Finally, Jalen Jones finds Pater at Henrico. Late in the game, gets a touchdown. And the extra point, 40-7 at that point, 34-7 at that point as Jones finds the end zone, but it was way too much. Waller, holler, 67 yards, he's a shot caller. He connects with Ali Jennings. And Highland Springs shows their mettle and their moxie in this one. Devontae Waller, a heck of a game, as I said, 18-20 of 24, 250 yards, including that touchdown pass. It was way too much. Highland Springs in this one. They win for the 18th consecutive year over Henrico. 40-7 the final. Highland Springs would go on to have a perfect regular season, shutting out 5 opponents along the way and averaging over 50 points a contest. That success carried over into the playoffs as well, as the Springers steamrolled their postseason opponents, leading them all the way to the state title game, a rematch with Stonebridge. Stonebridge looking for payback. Springers said no, thanks to a first-half barrage that left the Bulldogs reeling. So let the game begin. The Highland Springs Springers lead for their 4th straight state championship, taking on Stonebridge at Hampton University, and didn't get off to the best of starts for Highland Springs. Back to punt. It's blocked, and the Bulldogs of Stonebridge recover. But as good as Stonebridge's defense was early, Highland Springs D answered the call as well. 4th down, the bullish Bulldogs go for it, and they're not going to get there. It's 4th and about 7, stopped short by that Springer D, and then the offense got it going. The handoff. Let's start things off with Shiree McKeever. You'll hear more of him later in the ball game. He gets the handoff for the first down, and then it would lead to this. The pump fake wide open on the slant. Devontae Waller, been hot all year long, so has Tremaine Talbert. Touchdown, 39-yard strike, Springers. First one's on the board in the state championship game, 7-0. Stonebridge has an answer. And they do it through the passing game. They do more of a wing T, old like 1940 style offense, but they can throw the rock too. Ty Felton from his quarterback Mason Tatum, and they do an encore. Double covered, no less. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Stonebridge ties it up at 7. Springers looking for an answer. Second quarter, same score. Why not Devontae Waller to Tremaine Talbert? Yeah, that'll work for the first down. But 4th and goal at the 1. Stonebridge stops them cold at the goal line. Bulldogs recover, but you know what? The defense came to the call. And that looks like an incomplete pass, but there was no one in the area, so it's intentional grounding. The foul happened in the end zone. That means it's a safety, a 2-point bucket. Highland Springs up 9-7. And with the free kick, they get the ball back. Back to work goes Highland Springs. Waller. Holler connects. Finds his man for the first down, and that would lead to this. After the touchdown pass to Allswells to Antwain Wells, Ahmad Foster Powell finds Pater. Springers up 15-7 at that point. Still second quarter. Highland Springs owned this quarter. The bubble screen works all year round. And Antoine Wells doing very well in this championship game. That is good. For first down, it would lead to this. Already one rushing touchdown from Foster Powell. Going to make it 2 now with a different running back this time, Shiree McKeever. He finds the end zone. Springers up 23-7 at the half. How about some defense from Christian White and company? It was a 27-yard run by McKeever, by the way. Same score, 23-7, Stonebridge. Back to pass, looking for the slant. You saw Christian White on the tackle. Now watch Christian White with a pick. Intercepted. Highland Springs doing the work on all 3 phases of the football. But Stonebridge is in the championship game for a reason. And today it was their passing game. Once again, same connection for Stonebridge. Felton to Tatum, 46-yard pass. Touchdown, Stonebridge. But then Highland Springs went to work on the ground. Check out the rabbit. Raekwon Smith carrying half the team on his back would lead to this. Waller connects again. Touchdown, 19 yards. Wells. Waller was straight up money in this one. 16-27, 2 touchdowns, 277 yards. We go to the fourth quarter, up 30-13. Stonebridge on fourth down. They're not going away. They want a title too. The quarterback keeper is good on the 1-yard touchdown plunge by Mel, but it was too much Highland Springs late in the fourth as their ground game started to wear out that defense. Foster Powell with the run right there, and Foster Powell gonna power the Springers to another state title. Touchdown, Highland Springs. It would be up 37-20 at that point. Yeah, and she loves it. She's got the Springer black and gold towel. You know who else loves it? Yeah, Ollie Jennings, his first state title transfer from Hermitage. Let's go, he says. Springers have done it. These seniors have never lost a state title. They've won 4 consecutive years, 37-26.
I mean, my seniors, the best group of seniors I've ever coached. Best group of seniors at Highland Springs. They've only lost 3 games. It's the best. I don't know what to say right now, man. I just want to enjoy the moment. Get ready for football again next year. But I'm going to enjoy this one more than I've enjoyed anyone, even more than the first one, because it puts our program in a small category, very short list of people that have won 4 in a row. And yes, we're going to prepare as hard as we can, so we'll try to win 5.
I mean, it's an amazing feeling to just, to go undefeated actually and win out everything and dominate everybody. And it's just all the hard work that we put in all year long, it's just paying off, and it paid off. So it's just an amazing feeling.
No, let's just go 15-0, dominate everybody that comes in front of us. Whoever in the way of our path, they just gotta get dominated just to win this state championship.
And the t-shirt says it all. Back to back to back to back. All in back to the future font, by the way. Athletic Director Rick Lilly handing out the medals, and there it is, the 2018 State Championship Trophy. Head Coach Laura Johnson and the team can celebrate. So the Springers do win their 4th straight VHSL State Football Championship. Crazy to believe that in less than a month, Highland Springs begins their quest for the drive for 5 straight state championships. Well, we stick with football when we come back for a packed signing day and more. That's next. Hey!
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
This right now is National Signing Day. And National Signing Day has become probably one of the most important days for football players all around the country.
And a day of emotion for 16 seniors.
This means a lot to me. I want to thank everybody.
A couple years, I didn't think I ever had nothing like this. No. I want to thank everybody out here, my family, my mom. My mom was always there for me and supported me through everything. Never nobody was there for me. She always was there behind my back.
That's awesome stuff right there. Let's go through the whole list. We got Malik Hughes seen here. He's going to sign with Shenandoah. So is his teammate, Tayon Clanton. He's also going to Shenandoah University. Moving on down the line. This is from right to left. All of them. Jason Jones. Congratulations, my man. He signs on the dotted line with Shawan. Meanwhile, Zyke's triplet. And he becomes the triplet, the 3rd Springer to go to where? Shenandoah. Shenandoah clean house at Highland Springs. Jaquez Cosby going to Shawan as well, joining Jason Jones. You saw earlier, Shiree McKeever. Here comes a duo as well. The running back for Highland Springs was all everything. He's going to Virginia State, and his teammate, how about this? Running back and quarterback combo at VSU. Devontae Waller, holler, he signs with them as well. Big star wide receiver goes to the Big 12. Ali Jennings to West Virginia. How about this? Kieran Henderson. It takes somebody special to sign with the Armed Forces. He's going to West Point with the Army. Christian White, congrats to him as well. Everything linebacker. He will take his talents to Howard University. Tremaine Talbert, otherwise known as Double T, to Norfolk State. Norfolk State made an impression on a lot of the Springer team right here because Raekwon Smith, Jackrabbit, he's also joining his teammate in Tremaine Talbot going to Norfolk State. Why not make it a trio? Devin Coles, he casts his lot with Norfolk State as well. Dwakey Tyler, seen right here. He's moving on as well. He signs on the dotted line with Lincoln University. It's up in Pennsylvania, as does his teammate Amon Foster Powell. He joins him at Lincoln, and still not done, Javion Smalls, who came up so big. You saw him so emotional earlier, UNC Pembroke. Congratulations to all the Springers. The moment is at hand, signing on that dotted line.
The coaching staff, the coaches really liked me. He came to my house. He always stayed in contact with me. He always just showed love to me. I knew he really wanted me. So I just know that's why it was a better place for me, academic-wise and for sports-wise.
Oh, man, it's very exciting knowing that I have plenty of opportunities to get the ball. And I know it's always going to be on the big scale, always on TV. I'm always being watched by everybody.
Just a very amazing view just to be up here with my brothers. I'm very proud of them. I know they're proud of me too, but I'm very excited for all my brothers, and I'm thankful for all the people that just support me out here.
You know, I picked Sharon the door because they was the best fit for me. Their academics is above and beyond, and like how their teaching style is like one-on-one. So if I need help, I get what I need.
But I made this commitment because I like helping people, and it's the program to do it. I mean, I'm a leader. I feel like I'm a leader. It's going to make me a better person.
And that was just 16 on signing day, and many others continue to accrue offers over the off season. Well, one who will be moving on to play at the next level, defensive back, was also the subject of our Sportswire Spotlight. We see them score on the field and the courts. But for many student athletes, the greatest wins are away from the arena.
Christian White. This is his 4th year as a Springer football player.
Senior night at Highland Springs. One last chance for players like Christian White to play a regular season home game. Oh, the memories.
Hey, y'all know we had to be in here at 5 a.m. for 2 a day?
Is football really for me?
Is football really worth it? And look where we are now.
And where they are now is in the playoffs with a chance to win 4 straight state titles. And Christian has been a big factor.
He's the quarterback of our defense. He's extremely important. His words, his comments, his constant camaraderie with teammates, we need those on a regular basis, and he's the guy to do it.
But Christian doesn't just ball out on the field. He's also very savvy in the classroom.
He said he's just got inducted into NHS this year, which means he has to have a 3.5 GPA overall. He has to show leadership, he has to show community service, he has to have great character. And you know, a 3.5 is a big GPA, but it's even harder when you're taking AP classes and honors classes along the way. And those are things Christian has done all through high school.
I bring the same dedication in every aspect I do in life. I mean, it's either you give it your all or don't give it none at all. So I just try to give everything my all, try to work my best at it.
Clear! Clear!
He's pretty handy with cars, too.
So when I was younger, me, my uncle, and my granddad used to go out, backyard shed, play around with some tools, some cars real quick. Just tune them up, that's it. And I just found it a hobby.
Outside of here, but inside of here.
I can see him being an engineer. I can see him developing cars. I can see him being a congressman. I can see him doing a lot of different things, but Christian's a great kid to be around, and because his personality is what it is, I can see him doing a plethora of things.
Well, we hit the hardwood when we return. When it comes to basketball, Lady Springers always take center stage, and they were dominant once again. Plus, in track, they more than made their mark across the board. That's straight ahead.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Sportswire Summer Review here at Highland Springs. Well, when it comes to basketball in the 804, nobody does it better than the Lady Springers. and they were on display once again with a great regular season. Matter of fact, they only had 2 losses. Both came in overtime, and they had a little extra support on hand in the state quarterfinals against Hampton. Highland Springs Springers and Kamaya Williams and company taking on the Hampton Crabbers. Also played at Glen Allen High School. And you know something special is going to happen when George Lancaster is in the building. Longtime head coach for the Highland Springs boys team, won a state title. Hampton looking to win a state title. They're playing really good. Jayla Herp inside for 2, and then outside. Crabbers had it crawling and going. Number 3 got it. Lene Stokes, and she's stoked. Hampton, again, inside. That works wonders too. Candace Johnson connects for 2. It was all Hampton early, but Highland Springs got big buckets when it mattered, especially from Sydney Boone, number 2. Sydney Boone doing it again and making it rain from deep. That 3 is good. More Springers. This time they go inside. We talked about her from the beginning. Kamaya Williams had a huge game. 14-12, a 2-point lead. We go second quarter. Springers up, facing that Hampton trap. Very similar to what the Springers do. And Hampton gonna do what Highland Springs does best. It also happens to be what Hampton does best. Score after the turnover, Sierra Bell. Later in the second, another turnover. Here come the Crabbers. That's way off, but she redeems herself. Gets the rebound, Deja Thompson. Hampton back in front. Springers respond. 3-ball from the corner. Got it. India Daly dials long distance. Still in the second. Springers still on the move. The inside pass. Big buckets when it mattered for Ayana Rogers. She was a force inside for the Springers. And you can never forget about her, can you? The senior. One senior on this team, Jalen gathers. She gathers 3 more for the Springers. Highland Springs looking good, feeling good, and trailing 26-25 after 1 half of play. Second half. Springers settle down a bit, Coach Harris would say. Ayana Rogers on the offensive glass gets that to go. Highland Springs back up on top. Hampton. Now the Springers going to do to Hampton what Hampton did to them in the first half. The steal and the score. Sydney Boone connecting again. Williams led all scorers with 12 for Highland Springs. Step back 3, are you kidding me? I didn't know that was in her repertoire. That was in her arsenal. But she cans it. 41-32 Springers after 3. The 9-point lead, Crabbers not going away. In a hand in the face, and she still nails it. Danielle McTeer. Then, little defense. Crabbers not done. All the way to the rack. Scoop it, score it, got it. Hampton within a bucket. Highland Springs, though, as they did all game long and how they have handled themselves all season long, they would respond. Number 15, the 3-ball got it. India Daly, a huge 3 at that point because Hampton still dialing up the pressure and making it work. That's good for 2. Hampton in transition. Hampton gets that to go. They were down 5. That would put them down just 3. But every time Hampton got oh so close, it was like Highland Springs was going to get away. I don't know this time, though. The bucket again in transition. And the Crabbers just down 1. What do the Springers do? They respond. Ayana Rogers, huge down low when it mattered. She connects for 2. And then, how about this shot from deep? Got it to go. That is a dagger. Kamaya Williams, have yourself a game. Springers advance to semifinals, beating Hampton 55-49.
Yeah, it was like looking in the mirror and looking at each other. We both play the same defenses, the same offense, same press. So, yeah, it was like mirror images of each other. We just had to get, settled down just a little bit. Big game jitters. And then once we got moving on offense, we were okay.
The Lady Springers eventually fell to eventual state champ, Prince S. Anne. Well, when it comes to guys hoop, the Springers were looking to duplicate their success from the 2017-2018 season when they made it all the way to states. Led by Jordan Crump and Zyever Wingfield, the Springers' talents were on full display early on against Henrico.
And that junior guard, Zyever Wingfield, number 2, he would pull his weight in this when Highland Springs High School would go first quarter action. So would Damon Wirtz. Nails the 3-ball. Highland Springs off to a great start. Henrico picking, prodding, trying to spread the defense. Big man move underneath. Count it for number 14, Jame Ested. He would lead all Warriors on the night in scoring. Still in the first, Springers, the barn door would open for Zyever, Wingfield, who connects on the 3, tied at 5. Before that three-pointer, then the steal and slam-a-jamma, put it home. Big fella, top play nominee. Zyever says, let's go. He goes on his own personal 9-0 run. Zyever, wherever he needs to go, or be, or score. The steal, the basket, filling up the stat sheet is Zyever, Wingfield, and Wirtz. It's like the law offices of Wingfield and Wirtz in this one. He connects for 3. Wirtz had 20, dropped 20 on the Warriors. 25-10 was the score after just 1 quarter of play. One more, Wirtz, you got him. Driving to the lane, slashing, dashing for 2. All Highland Springs. Henrico too good to completely fall apart in this one, right? What a strong move to the bucket for number 2, Jaden House. He had 10 on the night. Second leading scorer for Henrico. Rebound, second chance opportunities, hard to come by. One of the few right there for Henrico, Deshaun Price connecting for 2. But at the buzzer, the miss. No, rebound, put back, yes, for Malik Toll, and it's 42-21, for whom the bell tolls for Henrico, down, doubled up. And then more Toll, third quarter. Knocks down the 3. How about some defense? Gets the block. Stick-to-itiveness, though. Fortitude. Henrico keeps with it, gets the bucket to go. But it was way too much Highland Springs in this one. They jumped out to that 15-point lead after the first and never looked back. And always kept Henrico within arm's distance away. Scramble for the floor. Loose balls going the Springers' way as well. And watch how this one's going to play out. All the way to the dish. Puts it up and in. Zyever, wherever and whatever, Wingfield. 19 points on the evening. Springers win it at home. 66-48 your final.
The Springers would make it to the postseason, losing to Prince George. Well, when it comes to track, the Springers were loaded full of stars, but nobody shined brighter on the big stage than William Spencer. Spencer was named All-Metro Track and Field Athlete of the Year, taking home 2 state titles. He won the 110 and 300 hurdles and finished 3rd in the 400 hurdles. The man can hurdle. And he's heading to South Carolina. Alicia Thorpe was your 100-meter regional champion, while the ladies also won the 4x100 regional title. Keontae Midget earned second-place honors in regionals in the long jump, and those are just a few accolades for a solid program. Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address at sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.
If you want to see more videos like these, subscribe to our YouTube channel.